Hi, I'm Conrad from Conrad P Woodturning. So this is my first video, so please just keep in mind that I'm figuring out camera angles and that sort of stuff, so I'm sure I'll sort it out soon enough. Today I'm going to be turning a hollow form out of this piece of what I think is ironbark. It's an old fence post. As you can see, it's all rotted on the outside, but I'm going to turn a hollow form out of it. So before I chuck it on the lathe, what I'm going to do is just with a tomahawk get rid of some of this rot, and then we'll get started. Alright, so I've put it up in the lathe, checked for clearance, and now I'm just going to get started with roughing it out. Alright, so now I'm just going to turn a tenon to pop this in the chuck, and then once I do that I'm going to continue roughing it out and then do some of the shaping. I'm going to keep the tailstock here just for some extra support. Alright, so now I'm just going to make a mark with the skew, just like that, just make a little cone sort of shape, make a little hole, so I can get a drill bit and drill my depth hole. Alright, now I'm ready to drill. Alright, so now I'm just going to drill a hole. Unfortunately I don't have a Jacob's chuck for the tailstock, so I'm just going to use this electric drill. to drill my depth hole, and I've just put a piece of tape so it's an indicator of how deep I've gone and where I want to stop. Alrighty, looking good. So now I'm just going to clean up this front face here, start hollowing, and once that's done I'll just clean up the outer face and then I'll just give it a good sanding. Okay, so I've just repositioned the angle of the cutting head, just so I can get a little bit more towards the side, like that, and I've also just given it a little bit of a sharpen, because this timber is quite hard, it's quite old, and yeah, it does dull the tools after working with it for a little bit. So I think I'm done with hollowing it out. Now what I'm going to do is just sort of clean it up on the outside, then give it a sand, finish, then part it off. Whoops. Alright, so now I'm just going to move on to sanding. I'm going to start at 80 grit just because, especially here on the face, there's a little bit of a grain sticking up. I want to get rid of that. Then I'll move up through the grits and I'll stop at 800. Alright, so now that I've sanded, I'm just going to put on a finish. I'm just going to be using Danish oil for the finish. So I've got my paper towel here. Put on a little bit. Just turn on the lathe and apply it. Look at that. It's really beautiful. It really brings out the colour Danish oil. I love it. Just in the crack there's a little bit timber that doesn't have it, so you just get the
paper towel and just rub it in to get the Danish oil everywhere. You don't want any light spots standing out. Alrighty. Alright, so for cutting this off, I'm just going to slightly undercut it so it sits nicely on the table, it doesn't wobble around. And there we go. Right, so I'll just tidy up the bottom, give it a bit of a sand and some oil, and we're done.
Alright, so this is the end hollow form. I think it really turned out quite nice. I really like the look of the timber, and the Danish oil really brought out the red in the timber and the grain. I think it made it look really nice. Even though there's like some cracks and defects, I think it acts as a bit of a feature. And hollowing it out really wasn't too hard, except when I got a little bit deep, my tool wouldn't let me go any deeper. But yeah, it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it. Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I hope to make some more videos soon and upload them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.